Imagine a full-size SUV that can haul your family, tow your boat, and still turn heads doing school runs. Meet the 2026 Toyota Sequoia. The powerhouse Toyota swears can take on luxury rivals at half their price. But here's the twist. This, built for everything, giant now runs on a hybrid heart. So is the Sequoia still the rugged king of big SUVs? Or has Toyota gone too soft chasing fuel economy? Today, we're living with Toyota's flagship SUV to see if it truly delivers both muscle and modern comfort, or if it's just wearing its crown out of habit. The Sequoia name has always stood for big. Big size, big power, big family adventures. But for 2026, Toyota says this flagship SUV has grown up in a different way. Instead of chasing brute force alone, the new Sequoia blends traditional toughness with brains, thanks to a twin-turbo hybrid V6 borrowed from the mighty Tundra. It's Toyota's boldest move yet in the full-size SUV space, where American heavyweights like the Chevy Tahoe and Ford Expedition usually dominate driveways. Visually, the 2026 Sequoia still looks every bit the road-commanding giant. Tall stance, muscular fenders, and an unmistakably truck-based silhouette. But inside, Toyota wants to convince you it's more than a rugged hauler. Think improved luxury touches, thoughtful family-friendly tech, and the quiet refinement we used to associate only with premium brands. This generation also symbolizes a shift in what buyers expect from big SUVs. Not just room and power, but efficiency, comfort, and high-tech convenience. Toyota's challenge is proving that a hybrid setup can deliver both the muscle for towing weekend toys and the civility for daily life. In a moment, we'll break down what it's really like to live with Toyota's biggest and boldest SUV, from cabin quality and tech to performance and practicality. Because numbers tell one story, but seat time tells the truth. From the moment you walk up to the 2026 Toyota Sequoia, it makes its presence known. It's tall, wide, and unapologetically truck-like, exactly what fans of full-size SUVs love. The front end wears Toyota's new signature grille, flanked by sharp LED headlights that look ready to pierce through a thunderstorm. Step around to the back, and the squared-off tailgate design gives off a confident, almost military vibe. It's the kind of SUV that looks equally at home parked in front of a suburban school as it does hauling gear to a campsite. Under the hood, Toyota's story takes a modern turn. Gone is the thirsty V8, replaced by the iForce Max twin-turbo 3.4-liter hybrid V6. It pumps out a muscular 437 horsepower and a downright impressive 583 lb-ft of torque. That combination means the Sequoia can tow up to around 9,500 pounds and still deliver significantly better fuel economy than its predecessor. In real-world terms, that's boat day power with grocery run efficiency. It's an intriguing mix that shows Toyota finally blending its hybrid expertise with brute utility. Slide inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that clearly learned from Toyota's luxury cousin, Lexus. The design feels clean and symmetrical, anchored by a massive 14-inch infotainment screen that dominates the center dash. The software is sharp, intuitive, and quick to respond, something Toyota was long criticized for lagging behind on. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and multiple USB-C ports keep every passenger connected, whether it's teens streaming playlists or parents planning road trip routes. Cabin materials have jumped up a notch too. Depending on trim, you'll find rich leather surfaces, contrast stitching, and wood grain accents that actually feel solid, not painted plastic. The seating layout is flexible. Captain's chairs in the second row, and a power-folding third row that slides fore and aft to balance legroom and cargo. It's practical luxury, designed for real families carrying real stuff. And while Toyota claims its hybrid setup delivers impressive efficiency, our upcoming drive tests will show whether those numbers hold true in real-world conditions. Because on paper, the 2026 Sequoia looks like a rare blend of brains, brawn, and family comfort. But how does it actually feel to live with this tech-savvy giant day after day? Keep watching, because that's where the ownership story really gets interesting. Here's where the Sequoia shows its true colors. Out on the road, in real, unpredictable driving, steep mountain grades, snappy highway merges, and city traffic chaos, it proves what Toyota's engineers were aiming for all along. Modern muscle that doesn't punish you at the pump. Hit the throttle, and that hybrid system wakes up instantly. The twin-turbo spool, the electric assist kicks in, and 6,000 pounds of SUV surge forward with the kind of confidence that makes merging effortless. There's a punchy growl, part mechanical, part electric hum, that feels both futuristic and familiar, a strange but satisfying blend of the old-school V8 thunder Toyota fans miss and the smooth torque curve of modern hybrids. The steering surprises you most. It's far more precise than you'd expect from something this hefty, and body roll is impressively controlled thanks to adaptive suspension tuning. Drive it through tight corners, and you can literally feel decades of R&D working behind the scenes, trying to convince physics to take the day off. Then there's the fuel economy, the twist in this story. After a week of mixed driving, averages in the mid-20s are completely realistic. For a body-on-frame SUV this size, that's eyebrow-raising territory, and it changes how you think about owning one. Suddenly, this full-size hybrid beast isn't a weekend-only machine. It's something you could actually daily drive without guilt or a second mortgage. But not everything's perfect. The hybrid drivetrain occasionally feels hesitant when you feather the throttle at lower speeds, and the transmission hunts for gears when towing heavy loads. That's the reminder that this is still a truck beneath the polish. The big reveal, though, is how composed the Sequoia feels doing it all: school runs, towing duty, or highway hauls. This SUV doesn't just meet its promises, it blurs the old boundaries of power versus efficiency. And that raises one final question before we wrap up. In a world obsessed with electric everything, could this hybrid bruiser be the smartest middle ground we've been waiting for? So, after living with the 2026 Toyota Sequoia, what's the final verdict? Toyota's flagship SUV has evolved from a brute force workhorse into something far more balanced. A machine that still tows, hauls, and conquers dirt roads, yet now does it with the refinement and efficiency buyers expect in 2026. The highs. The hybrid iForce Max engine delivers torque that feels almost electric. The ride is smoother, quieter, and more composed than ever. The tech finally catches up with rivals. The cabin feels genuinely premium, and the improved fuel economy means fewer painful stops at the pump. For families that need serious space and power but don't want to jump to an EV or deal with the limitations of one, this Sequoia hits a rare middle ground. The lows. Pricing creeps into luxury SUV territory fast, and cargo flexibility takes a hit from that hybrid battery setup. The powertrain's occasional low-speed hesitation reminds you that Toyota is still refining how its hybrids behave under heavy loads. But none of these flaws are deal-breakers. They're trade-offs in a package that's more advanced, ambitious, and family-ready than ever. In today's U.S. SUV landscape, where flashy EVs and old-school gas guzzlers compete for attention, the 2026 Sequoia shows there's still room for smart hybrids that blend power and practicality. It's Toyota proving it can modernize without losing its rugged DNA. If you're shopping for a full-size SUV that does everything, tow, travel, and tackle a busy family life, this is one to keep high on your shortlist. But what do you think? Is this evolution of the Sequoia the perfect bridge between the past and the future? Or do you prefer your SUV fully electric or unapologetically old school? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if this helped you, and subscribe for more deep dive reviews where we find out which cars actually live up to their promises.